Everybody always talk about date your age, date your age. Well, I want to date my wage.
And would you look at that? That's exactly what he did. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and a warm welcome if you're new, honey. Today we're going to talk about two different topics. First, we're going to get into Shannon Sharpe being fired from ESPN after settling his rape lawsuit. And we're going to talk about the ex-NBA star Gilbert Arenas, who was arrested after allegedly running an illegal gambling business.
Huh?
Yeah. So if you're ready to get into this story, just stay tuned. Earlier today, it was announced that Shannon Sharpe has officially been fired from the ESPN, and this is happening just less than 2 weeks after he settled his rape lawsuit. The company that made the official announcement is called The Athletic, and they reported that ESPN decided to part ways with him. I'm sure this was a tough decision for ESPN to have to make, but I completely understand why they made it because those were some serious sexual assault allegations. And for those who don't know, these allegations were first brought up in April. So that was only like a few months ago. That wasn't a very long time at all. And the fact that he made a settlement with her definitely screams guilty. But I really did enjoy him on First Take. And also I feel like he brought a lot of personality and pizzazz to ESPN. So that will definitely be missed. Despite the settlement making him look very, very guilty, he has always denied any wrongdoing. He has always said that he is completely innocent, and also that this was a shakedown and that this person only wanted money and he did not do what they are claiming that he did. So when he said all of that but then turned around and settled with the woman for an undisclosed amount, we all were kind of shocked. Like, why would you settle if it's a shakedown, if you know that this is baseless, that there are no pieces of evidence that could even give her a fighting chance? You know what I mean? And of course, her attorney wasn't shy about it at all. He made a statement saying all matters have now been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. In my opinion, the only good thing that came out of this was that he didn't have to go to court since he settled, but it really cost him his ESPN career and so many other things, I feel like, because a lot of companies do not want to be associated or have influencers or people working with them on brand deals who have a bad reputation, especially like sexual assault allegations. And as to be expected, people are going crazy online and saying things like, dang, so Shannon Sharpe settled the lawsuit with the 19-year-old and she's getting $23 million and now ESPN is letting him go? Sheesh. Combing through the comments, I feel like some people are reading too much into this. One person said, Shannon Sharpe paid an OnlyFans girl $20 million in a settlement after years of bragging that he would only give his daughter $30K for her wedding. And somebody needs to do research on the lowballing of Black women and how sometimes it starts at home with their own dads. If he's an absent dad, you grow to accept anything because anything beats nothing. If he's a dad that bird feeds you, you think the bare minimum is the absolute most. My advice, never be easy to play with. I don't care who the man is. Every single person in this world does right by who they want to do right by. If you catch yourself on the other side of right, baby, please go expeditiously left. Now, while I agree with the last part, I don't think it's fair for them to compare what Shannon Sharpe said he would spend on his daughter's wedding to a lawsuit, because it's not like Shannon Sharpe set aside this much money and willingly gave it to her. There were negotiations that were done. There was a lawsuit that was filed, and there was also the chance to have to pay even more down the line. So, I just don't really feel like that's a fair analysis on this, and I don't think we should read too much into it in that aspect. But at the same time, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't see where she was coming from, because Shannon Sharpe said out of his own mouth that he wants to date his wage. Now, that might not have meant $30 million, but that pretty much means like, hey, I know I'm gonna have to spend a good chunk of change. So maybe the woman feels like, okay, if you know you got to spend a whole bunch of money on these women, why does your daughter have a capped amount? So like I can kind of see it. But let's go ahead and watch when he said that out his own mouth, silly self.
Everybody always talk about date your age, date your age. Well, I want to date my wage. I'm finna shut all this ish down tonight. I want to date my wage.
Stay right
so
there.
Where y'all at? Hey, chat, where they at?
Hold on. Cause I keep it on me now.
Yeah.
I keep it on me. You want to date your what?
I want to date my wage, not my age. I want to date my wage. So where are they? Because y'all always talking about date your age, date your age. I want to date my wage. So come on with it.
Well, you talking?
As a matter of fact, I'm taking applicants as we speak.
Well, you talking spicy tonight, boy.
Yeah, so I think this whole situation is just a bit ironic because for you to say this and then turn around and have to pay so much money after you said you want to date your wage, it's like you almost spoke it into existence. And I know some of y'all might not believe in that, but my thing is, even if I don't believe in something, why take the risk, honey? I don't even want to deal with it. And not only was there this conversation, but even Monique tried to warn him.
What advice? If somebody, if a group of women were in here and they're like, come on, they talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
And would you look at that? He did not listen a lick, honey. He did not listen not one bit to what she was saying. But look at where he is now. Now he's in this situation. But it's not like he's going to fall off the face of the planet or something because he does still have his own podcast network. And also he has other popular shows as well. Now let's get to the next topic. Gilbert Arenas was arrested after allegedly running an illegal gambling business. He was arrested in Southern California earlier today. Federal prosecutors claimed that Arenas, along with 5 others, rented out his Encino mansion to hold high-stakes card games between September 2021 to July 2022. The feds also are alleging that Arenas hired a 51-year-old to help him stage the place for games and collect rent. They're saying that Arenas' partners hired women to serve the gamblers at the residence, and they also had a staff of chefs, valet, and security guards to make the games a little bit more enticing. They're stating that the alleged business owners took all the accumulated profit and split it up that way. Arenas and the 5 other defendants were hit with 2 different charges, even though they practically are the same thing. One is 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, and the other is 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business. If they're convicted on both of these charges, prosecutors are saying that they're facing up to 5 years in prison for each count. Arenas was also additionally charged with 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. So he out here lying. And not only are you getting caught in your lies, but obviously they were lies that they could easily disprove. I mean, come on now. Arenas got out of court around 5 o'clock, and federal prosecutors are saying that he pleaded not guilty to the charges during his arraignment, and he was released on a $50,000 bond. A trial date was set for late September. I think it's crazy how they're bringing up stuff from 2021 or 2022, but I mean, if you can prove it, then I guess you might have a case on your hands. It's just kind of like, what is the point? You know, like in this moment, it's 2025. And the only thing I can be seeing as like a reliable piece of evidence is maybe like some surveillance footage or some type of like phone records or something of that nature. Other than that, I really don't even understand why you would pursue this. But guys, if you made it to the end of the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. That way you're notified every time I post. And also, guys, since you made it to the end, we are going to have a new word for the people who watched all the way to this point. It is going to be cheese. And if you hear this word, cheese, make sure you put it in the comments to let me know that you watched it all the way through. And for those who do, I really do appreciate it a whole lot. Y'all be careful out here because this world is cray-cray. Okay, love you. Bye.